What's up, YouTube? It's Angie, and I'm back. And today is a very exciting day. I know I normally talk about phones and mobile future and such foldable devices, but I'm also a sucker for nostalgia and video games. Today, Nintendo had what they call a Nintendo Direct. It's pretty much when they just tell you what are their future plans for upcoming titles and devices and services. There's one pretty much every few months. Today it dropped pretty much out of nowhere, more or less. We had heard rumors that maybe there would have been one, and sure enough, there was. Now, there were a lot of good titles that they showed, but none so more as surprising as Panzer Dragoon Saga. Now, this game is a classic. No, let me start over from the very beginning. How do I even do that? This was probably one of the first games I played on the Sega Saturn when it was new. And now they have created a remake for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm not sure if this is on other consoles as well. I really don't know. Because as soon as I saw that it was available for the Switch, they said it was coming out the day of the broadcast of the Nintendo Direct. I just went and bought it. It wasn't even a question. I was like, Panzer? Hell yeah. So, I haven't played this particular game in years. I think I was playing Panzer Dragoon Orta maybe 2 weeks ago, because that one is on Xbox, and I actually forgot that I had it, and it was backwards compatible with my Xbox One X. Well, not 2 weeks ago, it was just last week. Once we had the lockdown in place, I had that much more time to hit up my gaming bucket list and try out all these titles that I had put on the shelf while I was at work. But now, when things like this happen, I'm able to jump right in and put some time aside to enjoy these things. Now, I think the problem with this one was, as you can see, I don't know what the hell the controls are. Oh, there we go. Okay. Is there a way to roll? I don't know. Yeah, the big thing with Panzer back in the day was that you had, well, not full 360 degree, but something very akin to it. You can change your camera angle. And back then, when this game came out, that was brand new, because polygons were just coming out. Not everything was 4K 360 degree movement. Things are still mostly 2D. So having the ability to look all around your dragon while you flew was a huge gaming mechanic back then that many tried to emulate after, to varying success. Now, as things got more advanced, things got better. As you know, game systems have evolved way beyond this simplicity that we have here. But rest assured, in 1990, whenever the Saturn came out, 96? Not even. Was it 95? Something like this was mind-blowing. Now, this version looks so much better than what I remember the Dreamcast not Dreamcast, the Saturn looking at like. If you guys go and look up the Dreamcast version of this, oh, you could count the polygons on the various creatures in the game. It really was that bad. I really wish there was a way to change the controls. I need inverted. What's this one do? Let's shoot. I have no idea what these ones do. Okay. That's turn. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. Who knows? But I have to say that compared to the Saturn game, seeing this thing is amazing. And this game, compared to what we have today, does not even look that good. It really is just a remake of an old title that they tried their best to clean up the visuals, which is a pretty hard feat when the game is 20 plus years old. Is it 20 plus years old? Yeah, it is. Or almost 20 years old. Oh. Now this game, I still don't have the hang of the controls, because for some reason I want things to be inverted. It just feels like up should be down and down should be up with this game. And I don't know why with some games I feel that way. Star Fox Part 1, it's the same thing. If I can't invert my controls, I just can't play it. It just doesn't work. Jeez, I am getting hit by everything for no other reason than I can't control my aimer. Oh. I have to concentrate so hard just to move this thing where I want it to go, because maybe it's old school memory from when I first played this, but it's just so tricky. Like, where'd everything go? Oh, there it is. See, the fact that I had to control the camera just to keep the enemy in my sights, back then, it blew out our mind's level of precision the game required to fight things, to fight the bosses. We had to aim. I mean, really aim. I mean, back then, the most aiming we had to do was on things like light gun games, House of the Dead and Duck Hunt. Well, not Duck Hunt, but things along those lines. This one, you literally had to look and find the target and keep it in your sights. And I'm dead. I wasn't actually supposed to die there. Let's not. Yep, I want to quit. See if there's any options or what have you. Actually, Panzer Dragoon Saga, the third in the series, is input mapping. Let's see what that is to this day. There it is. They do have it. Classic mode or modern mode. Ooh, let's see what that does. I have no idea what that's going to do, but I'm curious. Let's find out. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon Saga, if you look it up, is probably one of the most, if not the most, expensive Sega Saturn game you can buy if you are now a collector. And you know, funny story, when that game came out, I bought it from Toys R Us for $20. No, it was more than 20 when I bought it. But I beat the game 100% on my Saturn, and I was so proud of myself. And back then, you were able to return video games because the technology to rip them and all of that wasn't so advanced and so widespread that they thought that they were at a disadvantage if they gave it back or if you returned it. They figured you returned, you didn't have it. That doesn't fly now because most people, they can take a disc, rip it to their 2 terabyte PC and call it a day. But back then, I had the game, I beat it, I 100%ed it, and I gave it back. I remember when I went back to Toys R Us, the Saturn was dying. Oh, now you control the dragon. Oh, wow, okay, that's modern mode. Oh, well, that's different. Oh, so what's going on here is, with what they did, with modern mode, you can control the dragon and with one set of analog sticks, and the other controls the aimer. So now, if I play it that way, I need the axis to be inverted for when up is up and down is down. Oh, you learn something new every day. But yeah, I returned my copy of Panzer Dragoon Orta, not knowing in a mere 10 years, if I had bought, let's say, 10 of those if I had bought 10 of those $20 Panzer Dragoon Saga games, they would have been worth $300 to $500 a pop now. That would have been a nice little chunk of change. But no one knew at the time that that game, which to me was, it was good, it was fun, would have ended up being the classic, the rare classic that it is today. I think it was the last game released on the Sega Saturn, or one of the last games. I think it was that one, and it was Panzer Dragoon and Burning Rangers. I think that was another one, at least in the US. And Burning Rangers is another game that I had 100% it and called it a day. That one I actually still have, but the disc is so scratched. Okay, let's see if we can do this now. Okay. Wait. Oh, so that's... Oh, and then the triggers are shoot. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so that makes it somewhat more tricky now, huh? How do I aim at stuff? You have that many more buttons that you need to use now. I'm not kidding. This way you have so much more control, but do you want it? That's the question. It kind of takes away from what made the game special to begin with. You almost don't want to change your angle if you don't have to. But at least you can move out. Oh, but you can get hit by stuff. Oh. Hi. I think I missed a secret in there. I remember saying the other one, you could slow down and... Oh, both triggers are shoot, okay. So it really is a preference thing. Still, well, I can't loop the loop, so that's bothersome. But then again, this isn't Star Fox. They'll actually have a Star Fox on the Switch. They probably should. Modern, huh? This is a whole new control scheme for me. It's interesting though. Having full control of the dragon, that is very different. All right, let's see how we fared this time. The controls are a little better. Just need to get accustomed to having to actually dodge. Oh, I'm getting a lot more points now. A lot more hit. Wait. Oh, you can shoot the bombs. Okay. Maybe I should try this game with the classic controller, but I'm still not as accurate as I'd like to be. I'm still getting hit by that thing. Why? Oh, not that time. Not today. So you just gotta get it in your crosshairs. Just shoot this ish out. Oh, so close. But no, I didn't die, so that works. Oh, I think I won. Yay! Well, this, guys, was the first episode of Panzer Dragoon on the Switch. We tried the classic control, non-inverted, and I was terrible. This time around, we tried the new way of controlling it. What do they call it? I don't even remember the name that they use now. Modern. I think it is. And it controlled a little better. You now have control over the dragon with your left analog and over the reticle with your right analog. A lot more things to do now if you do it that way. Before, it really was your analog controlled everything. You changed direction and you shot whatever moved. But you know what? It's a new way to play a classic game. They breathed some fresh air into it, and I'm mad at it. I just need to get used to the new controls and see if I can get the skills I once had back into these older fingers and 100% this game as well. But anyway, for those who watch, thanks for watching. This is NG and Panzer Dragoon remake on the Switch. This is what I'm into.